Welcome to On Blast. On Blast podcast is Duluth, Minnesota's first culturally plus and culturally controversy podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Green, and I go by Dree, and this is On Blast. On Blast podcast is a production of the Nero Blast Entertainment music label and the great people at On Blast Podcast LLC. Click, like, share, subscribe. It costs you no money unless you're acting funny. And what we're going to do right now is what we do every episode, and that's bring recognition to some of these companies, organizations, my sponsors. These are the people, and the people behind these companies keep On Blast on. This is episode number 8, and episode number 8 is brought to you by the great people at Drip 101 Clothing. For all your clothing needs, big or small, check them out. They're centrally located, heart of the city, right downtown. The 30 West 1st Street is their address. They're right next door to the Legacy Glass Shop. They carry brands like Miss Me, Aku, Hustle Gang, Evolution. That's the great people at Drip 101 Clothing. My next sponsor, I know we're out of season with it right now, but it's the great people at the North Shore Snow Blaster Snow Removal Service. Go ahead and keep this number in case you may need it. They only service the Duluth and Superior area. These guys are the pros. They show up on time. They got plows, blowers, men, shovel, pick, ice, all the shit they have, salt, all that. Let them take care of it so you don't have to. You could call them for estimate or a quote when you may need it and when the season is in full effect. And you could call them at 218-464-1525. That's the great people at the North Shore Snow Blaster Snow Remover Service. And my last sponsor is my big boy sponsor, my presenting sponsor. It's the House of Healing. The House of Healing is a men's sober home of Duluth. They're ranked number 1 in the state for a reason, people. Sobriety's everywhere, and if you may need them and need help getting to the best version of you that you could possibly be, call them for to see, what's up. You know what I mean? Call a house supervisor and ask them if you have any questions on how you could get in there, or not there, where else they could send you and help you get to you being the best version of you. You know what I mean? You could do so at 218-343-0460. 218-343-0460. And again, the House of Healing, not only do they sponsor the podcast, but they sponsor the Sober Shout Out, which we have one today. Again, that's the House of Healing, and you can email them or call them at 218-343-0460 or email them at houseofhealingduluth@gmail.com. Click, like, share, subscribe. This is episode number 8, and every episode is monumental to me, goddammit. But episode number 8, and right now, unfortunately, I have to open up with this news, but we're going to open up with DC Young Fly's situation. DC Young Fly's wife, Jackie O, has passed away. Sources say Jackie O was undergoing plastic surgery, which tragically ended her life. DC and Jackie O, they met on set of Wildin' Out, and the power couple had their 3rd child in February of 2022. And I can't imagine what he's going through and what's coming with all of this. But On Blast Podcast and Nero Blast Entertainment want to pay our respects to Jackie O and send our best wishes and our prayers with DC Young Fly and the rest of his family. Here's a little bit of some music news right now, and we're going to clear the air with this whole situation. Snoop Dogg was taking over a popular record label that launched his stellar career. The rapper mogul acquired Death Row Records brand from MNRK Music Group, which is controlled by a private equity fund managed by Blackstone. The investment firm announced last Wednesday, so they already made the move, but they went ahead and announced it and made it clear that Snoop Dogg is CEO, majority shareholder, stock, you know what I mean, chief operator is all Snoop Dogg. So shout out to Snoop Dogg, godfather of hip hop, OG, Uncle Snoop, you know what I mean? Big fan, always have been, always will be. And anyone who knows Snoop Dogg's situation and the murder trial he had to sit in, and you know what I mean, how he went from Death Row to, you know what I mean, No Limit, how Master P showed him the business side of everything. I'm a huge Snoop Dogg fan, and shout out to him. And he's monumental. What he's did, his story, his turnaround, his situation to who he is now. You can't even go to the next channel without seeing him sitting on a beach somewhere with all these other celebrities and whatnot, or doing shit with Martha Stewart, man. Snoop Dogg's a fucking beast, bro. Shout out to Snoop Dogg and his new endeavors and taking over Death Row. And here's some other music news that is not so positive. Bankrupt rapper Young Buck is settling out of court and with his tax situation, and he's selling his music catalog to pay off debts to 50 Cent and other creditors. Young Buck, his real name is David Darnell Brown. I like Young Buck, but this whole situation with him is unfortunate. He has to sell his masters to pay back the people that he owes money to. And in putting his music on the auction block as part of a plan to satisfy his creditors, all hip-hop reports the move came in 3 years after he filed for bankruptcy in 2020. Songvest, check this out. Songvest, a brokerage firm that specializes in music royalties, evaluates Young Buck's catalog for $750,000. $750,000 is what he could be looking at possibly. He has to pay taxes on that and pay 50 cents, $250,000, and other creditors. Whatever he's left with, I hope it, this, he bounces back and we see some more from Young Buck, because I like Young Buck. Buck the world, all that, I'm a huge Young Buck fan, and I thought, his contribution to hip-hop and G-Unit is still valued and still, relevant. So shout out to Young Buck, but this situation was unfortunate, and we hope that you climb out of it again, and we see some more from you. The MLB, here's some sports news. Some sports topics right now. The MLB and WNBA postponed games due to poor air quality from the Canadian wildfires. I didn't think this was that serious, but those northern states, the New York, I know they postponed games with Cleveland and they postponed games with Chicago because the air up there, they're saying it's shit that you can't see in the air. Clear air quality problems that, weather officials and, health officials are working with these leagues, then they all deem that it's not going to happen. So these games are postponed and whatnot, and I didn't think it was that serious, but it's obviously serious enough for that to happen. Here's some more sports news. The Minnesota Vikings cut Dalvin Cook, and I like Dalvin Cook. Damn. Besides Adrian Peterson in the backfield, after Adrian Peterson, it was Dalvin Cook for me. This is what happens in the NFL. These players that, got some miles on them that they are making a lot or owed a lot, they cut them for a player that, that they try to fit in that caliber with less miles on them that they could pay a quarter with the money with. But nonetheless, shout out to Dalvin Cook. Thank you for your contribution to Minnesota Viking football. I've been a fan. I hate to see you leave. Sources do say, though, that the Carolina Panthers are among one of the teams that were really heavily evaluating Dalvin Cook. So there's a chance he could be reunited with Adam Thielen. Who knows? But thank you for everything you did here up north. Thank you, Dalvin. Here's some more not so positive news. Human remains found north of Maple. Ex-boyfriend of Madeline Kingsbury arrested for second-degree murder. This is a horrible situation, but I hope bringing awareness to the situation helps the family, with closure, because Adam Farvel, former partner of Madeline Kingsbury and father of her 2 children, has just been charged with second-degree murder with intent. So they got reason and they have evidence, and they're hopefully going to bring justice to this family. It's a horrible situation. Thoughts and prayers are with the Kingsbury family, but hopefully bringing justice to Adam is going to help you bring conclusion to this unfortunate and horrific, situation. And right now, again, we just want to say thoughts and prayers with that family. And again, right now, we have a sober shout out. The sober shout out is brought to you by the people at the House of Healing. They do lots, work miracles, and look at their turnout rate, and they're people that stay there that have still been on the same route, because they're doing something there that is helping people, tremendously. So I can't say nothing but good about them. Thank you to the House of Healing, and all the positive stuff you bring to this community, and us as people. And right now, our sober shout out, which is brought to you by the House of Healing, goes to Alicia Finch. Alicia Finch, girl, we know you've been sober for some time now, and we hope this helps you with, continuing going forward. We just want you to know that it's being recognized and noticed, and we commend you on that. It's sponsored by the House of Healing again. And yeah, so that's episode number 8 and all the time we got for today. Oh, wait a second. I got the music segment and a couple quick shout outs, and that'll be all we have for today. But artists around here, near and far, that are serious about harnessing their craft and working on their music as an artist on the professional level, check out the great people at Neuroblast Entertainment. They're 6317 Grand Avenue, and you can call them at 218-389-1899. That's 218-389-1899. Or you could send them an email at infinitemoney612@gmail.com. Listen, because I say this in all the episodes, and all these artists and whatever people from social media, they're hitting me up because they see me on here, and I'm the face of the podcast. I'm leaving you the info so you can contact them. If you're trying to get into the studio, I'm telling you right now, there is no better studio in town. Maybe one at one of the universities or something like that, but this is where you want to be. And they can help you out with, recording sessions. They can help you out with artist management. They can help you out with promotion. These guys are the pros. That's Neuroblast Entertainment. You could call them at 218-389-1899, or feel free to shoot them an email at infinitemoney612@gmail.com. They're located 6317 Grand Avenue, and they're the best. Check them out. Search them. Do your homework. Artists, if you're trying to get in here, that's the info that I'm leaving with you, so you don't have to contact me no more. It's right there. You know what I mean? So check them out. Neuroblast Entertainment Music. But that's all the time we have for today, and we want to give a shout out to the Legacy Glass Shop again. They hook us up with a lot there for all your smoke needs, glass needs. Check them out. They're right next to the Drip 101 store. Huge allies of the On Blast podcast, and like I said, they hook us up all the time. Shout out to them. But that's all the time we got for today. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Stay safe, stay positive. Shout out to Drip 101. Shout out to the North Shore Snow Blaster Snow Removal Service. Shout out to the House of Healing. Again, Alicia Finch, shout out to you and your sobriety. And stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you next time. Stay sucker free. And yeah, goodbye.